Hello, 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 and welcome to TheRoot'sShadow. This is your host, Nyte Crawla. This channel is for purpose and transformation for those looking for real, actionable solutions, not distractions or quick fixes. Today's topic, what are you thinking? Again, going inward, focusing on your thoughts. Um, and your actions, what you do in your life will ultimately be dictated by the thoughts that you have. Um, Meaning, again, going back to your past experiences, um, everything you did in your life, you thought it was a good reason, for doing it. Um, in reference to, again, you did something and you had to get a discipline for it. The person doing the discipline, the person doing that would be like, hey, why did you do this? Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Again, pointing to the thought. So using that as a reference, think about, sit down and plan like, hey, you know, not asking anyone else, going off of your emotions, your thoughts, hey, your wishes, your desires. Hey, let me think about where I would like or what I would like to have in my life. Hey, I would like to acquire a job. If you're unemployed, or hey, I would like to, make it to the next level of whatever I'm doing in life. Be it a hobby, be it your job. But again, you hold that thought and you hold it long enough to care about it, and then you'll move to the next step as to, hey, planning it out. But you may have heard, he who does not, he who fails to plan plans to fail. So again, you have to give thought to the thing. Now, if you are focused on an action that you desire, again, you plan it out, you think it out, and then you move forward to what actions are required to get there. Like a roadmap, a GPS, if you will, and you just simply get there. So with that as the reference, you would have, desired actions. And again, actions come through thought, or you would have the undesired actions. So initially I was saying, go ahead and focus on where you would like to be, and then think about what's required to get there so you know the actions to take. But flip the coin, you can also be mindful of the undesired actions, the things you don't want to have happen, and what steps would lead you down the road, to that reality. And be mindful to don't follow those steps. You want to follow the steps as the desired actions, if you will. So as always, your desired actions will come from your desired thoughts. They can lead and will lead to your desired speech and desired goals. Um, you may or may not have heard of cause and effect, but using cause and effect with this as well. Let me explain cause and effect real quick. When something takes place, that would be the cause, and the thing that follows it would be the effect. Um, I hate to use this as an example, but it's pertinent. If someone were to throw a lit fire onto a patch of straw, the fire would be the cause. Forgive me, the fire going onto the straw would be the cause, and the fire that was produced from that would be the effect. Okay, so using that reference and applying that to, again, desired actions, undesired actions, again, desired thoughts, undesired thoughts. Um, you want to, again, thinking about the effect of a thing, you want to be mindful of the causes that you yourself are actually causing. So yeah, cause and effect. You come into a situation and you yourself are, you're being special, if you will, and you're making everyone around you feel a way. Again, you're coming into that space as being the cause and the effect, is making everyone feel away. But if you were to go deeper with that and like, hey, I would prefer that everyone, respond in this manner to, my presence, while I'm there, you have control of that. So again, you would go into a space, be your best, do your best, so you're not thinking like, hey, could I've done better, could I have again, you're thinking thoughts of doubt. Again, all of this is in the mind, but again, you're thinking thoughts of doubt, thinking thoughts of unworthiness, unhappiness, and all of this leads to undesired actions as far as I would, rate them per se. And again, everybody's scale is different. But again, going back to the desired thought. So let's say you're going into a space and you, be your best self. Like, you are able to, and using this as a frame of reference, as someone who always has used their hands to, to do stuff, you want to be able to stand by your word, so when you go and do a thing, you want to be a step away from a thing like, yeah, I did that, that was me. Not being boastful, but you want people to see what you have done and be like, not be able to say anything negative to it, like, hey, you took shortcuts, you were half-assing, if you will, like, there's none of that. It's more so like, hey, I can see that person, took the time to do the thing right, can I hire you for some work, type, mindset. So again, being mindful of what you are doing thought-wise will lead to the actions that you want to have as the outcome, if you will. So again, be mindful of what you want, be mindful of what you don't want, map them both out, like a GPS, like these steps will lead to that outcome, that interaction, if you will, and the others will do so. So if you got any value out of the interaction, I would like for you to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, so when I drop new content, you'll be made aware. You have an amazing day. Take care. Till next time. Bye.